let's see, today, the conversation. You're not too sensitive. You're not too sensitive. You're finally paying attention, right? We're paying attention to what's happening for you, which gives you the ability to respond in the world instead of always reacting in the world. All right, I want to give everybody a few minutes to, show up here. Good morning, and click my computer to the page. Got some cards out. Got a little outline so I can kind of maybe stay on track. Alita, good morning. I know. Are you refreshing your screen over and over until I get here? Because I know it's a couple minutes late, or at least a minute late. All right. So today we're talking about we're not too sensitive. None of us. None of us are too sensitive. None of us are too anything. I have met some people recently. I'm like, wow, they're really, really intense. There I am. Right? Conversation last week, or just a reflection of each other. I got cards out, but they're not out of the boxes yet. So I'm doing that while I'm chatting with you all a little bit. Because the conversation originally, when I realized the topic, was something a little different than what it's become today. All transparency, I feel very emotionally hungover. That's what I feel today. I was just calling and I'm tired and I feel grumpy, and I thought, I'm actually really emotionally hungover from an experience last night, which is still the same topic, but it's a little more intense than realizing, good morning, unknown fate. And that's not unknown. I just added a letter in there, didn't I? Good morning. So originally it was about realizing that I just had too much stimulation all week. I've been going somewhere every day. I've been just busy, and I'm like, I created a different life, and I'm not really liking this. So when I was in California, that was how I lived. By I can talk too. By the calendar. It's all right. Oh, it's tight. Aha. Do I know who that is then? I only know one other person. I only know one person that talks like that. It's tight. Did you change it? Yes, I've slept, but I'm up in the middle of the night to feed the cats. So that still takes my attention also. Okay, so I had just a busy week. How many of y'all do this? We have these busy weeks. We come to the end of the week and we're like, holy cow, I'm so tired. What just happened, and what's wrong with me, and why do I feel like this? And that happened Thursday. I have a lot of cats. If you were close, you could come and get some. Been fostering 4 of them, and they are 7 weeks old tomorrow. So Thursday, I'm sitting in this meeting, and I'm like feeling uncomfortable, and I'm fidgeting, and I was like, this is different. So I just paused with myself instead of instantly going, what's wrong with me? How many of us do that? What's wrong with me? Why am I feeling this way? And I just felt into my body, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm just overstimulated all week long. It is tedious. They are now eating, so it's easier. So all week long, it's just been going, and so I've just been completely overstimulated. Now, those of us that are here, you're all highly sensitive, empathic. We are easily overstimulated. And if we're not paying attention, you're like, what is wrong with me? Why am I so tired? Why am I so exhausted? Why am I so whatever, fill in your blank? So that was the original avenue. Have a great day. That was the original avenue, was that. And then last night, we're going to a birthday night for our home group. those of you that don't know me, I've been in recovery a long time. So last night was a birthday night for our home group at AA. And I get a message from one of my new sponsees asking for me to come and get them. I'm like, it's almost time for the meeting start. What's going on? Where's your ride? Her boyfriend usually brings her, and he broke up and she drank. Dang it. So I go get her. And then she's suicidal on top of that. Yeah. Like that. So old me, big letters, old me would have been wanting to jump in the pool with her and try to fix it and help her and figure it out, and how can I convince her that she needs to be here and she has to live, and all those things. Anybody been around somebody that's been really depressed or really just down in the dumps, and we just jump right in the pool with them and try to emotionally regulate, fix them, manipulate them, convince them that they should feel different. Both hands. Yeah. Most of my life's been that. And last night, we were sitting in the meeting. She was over sitting by herself pretty much, trying to be. And all I could do, good morning, Steph. All I could do was pray. I thought the best thing I can do right now is pray for a solution, for help for her, because it's above my pay grade. Above my pay grade. And so that's what I did. So our being so sensitive, being so attuned to the world, how do I say this? Many of us are finally, how do you say it? Oh my gosh, 7537. I'm going to say that because I don't want to butcher the whole name there. Hello, welcome. We know something's going on. We're super sensitive to it. We're so attuned to the environment, and unconsciously, we're most often attempting to regulate it energetically. And sometimes we're jumping in with our words, trying to fix it and just talk so that somebody will listen to us and we can help them and rescue them and save them from themselves. Can y'all relate to that? How many ways, how many times do we do that? So the old pattern, I sat there and I felt it. Hi, Mel. Good morning. Good morning. I just sat there and felt it. I felt the feeling. Oh, I guess I needed to talk about, I could feel it releasing as I'm sharing with you. That feeling of wanting to rescue. I wanted to jump in there, and I just wanted to just hold her and fix it and convince her, that she's 26 years old. She has a whole life ahead of her. And all that she can see is she's tired and she doesn't want to start over. Y'all been there? Y'all, I mean, it's just, I've been there. 16 years old. I flashed on that last night. 16 years old. And my boyfriend broke up with me and all the drama of being 16, and I want to commit suicide, and talking about it. 2 days later, now that's when this happened, I was drunk in my addiction. And so come a couple days later, now I'm sober, driving to go to drum corps. Anybody familiar with drum corps? Drum and bugle corps? Took that when I was a teenager and had a car accident, and they didn't know if I was going to survive. So that instantly removed the conscious thought of suicide for me. It did not remove the attempts in many, many other ways. So I get it. 100% get where she's at. Was I serious? I thought so. But then I almost died. I don't know if I was really going to die, but it was an accident. It was a pretty serious accident. So I'm flashing on this, and I'm remembering, so I also know that if somebody doesn't want our help, there's not one thing I can do for them. There's not one thing you can do for them. They called for help, said they were suicidal. They said, you need to be assessed. She said no. Because I would put her in a mental health facility or something. So really, for us highly sensitive, yes, we could hear them practice. Oh, yes, at the technical college growing up. Yes. Childhood home, maybe because I was on the hill, loved the drums. Oh my gosh, yes. I loved it. I never got to complete a year. I went back the next year, and then I had another minor thing, but I couldn't march. I was doing cymbals. I dislocated my elbow. So that was it. 2 years of doing all the practice, and then I never got to go out. And anyway, I digress there. So when we're paying attention to ourselves, to what's happening in our world, it doesn't mean that we jump in the pool with people anymore and rescue them. It doesn't mean that. I care about this person. I really hope and want and pray for her to get help, but it's not my job. And not too long ago, maybe a year or two ago, I might have just went right in the same old pattern. Today, I'm like, I don't have it to give. I don't have the bandwidth. I don't have the knowledge. I don't have the experience. I have the experience of save, rescue, fix. I don't have the experience of how do I truly help someone that's suicidal, or I can help them if they're drinking and want to be sober. But if somebody's suicidal and doesn't want help, there's not one freaking thing I can do. Pray. That's the most powerful place to come from. And then if she's really causing harm to herself, well, I called it 5150, and chat said it's that's a California term. I guess they have a different program out here. 5150 meant that somebody was suicidal and they needed to be taken in, and the police would come. So yeah, so paying attention to where you are, that where is your space and where do you end and they begin? Right, that energetic boundary. Sometimes it's a verbal boundary, but understanding and paying attention to that. We're not here to help and save everyone. We can only 100% of the time help those that actually want it. But how many of us, I called it codependency for a lot of years. I did not understand that I was highly sensitive. I didn't even know the words. I just knew that I was super sensitive. Empathic. And growing up, I didn't know those words. So called it codependency. And that still fits. The book, Codependent No More, if you haven't read it, it's a great book. It helped me to have boundaries, to understand my own emotional state and where I'm jumping in and attempting to fix. Reagan, good morning. We are talking about you're not too sensitive, you're finally paying attention. I had to look at my title. So there's a big distinction is that awareness does not mean that we have to be responsible. We can confuse our capacity, what we're able to do, with obligation. Can y'all get that? Since I know it, I feel it, I understand it, I must step in and try to help. Versus, I feel it, I know it, I've had the experience, I understand it, I can have compassion. But it's above my pay grade. And so I reached out to other people that are there that could help her. And she still didn't want it. Now, if I saw evidence of her causing harm to herself, I would intervene, and other people would help me intervene. That's different. Capacity versus ability. Yes. Obligation. So really knowing, like I knew when she said those words and I picked her up and she's drunk, I just went, there's not much for me to do here. Take her to a sober environment. I listened. I said some things back. You can lead a horse to water, but yeah, they may not drink. Exactly right. That saying is so true, and I didn't really understand it for a lot of years. What does that mean? You lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You got this big, strong animal. You can't force its head down there. Oh, yeah, got it. so I can lead them. I can hand them the tools. I can show them how to use the tools. But they have to be willing to pick it up and do the work. That feels good. Awareness doesn't mean responsibility. Yes. Obligation. Got it. No more self-abandonment. Exactly. That's exactly it. No more self-abandonment. And paying attention. This is the paying attention part. So all week long, when I started this, I said, I'm at this meeting and I'm like, why am I so uncomfortable in my skin? And I'm fidgety and I'm moving around and I'm just like, ew, I just feel off. What's going on with me? And I was like, I paused, took a breath. And I went, oh, I've just been overstimulated all week. It's not one thing. It was an accumulation of the whole week. And then last night was like the topper. Tipped me over the edge. And I woke up and I'm like, I'm kind of grumpy. And then I went for a walk on it. Oh, this is the emotional hangover part. And I haven't had this experience in quite a long time. So, yeah, no more self-abandonment. So pausing. So I paused. You notice I paused in the meeting and went, what's going on? What's happening in my body? Instead of what the hell's wrong with me? Can you feel the difference? And then last night, same thing. I went, As soon as she went, I tried to get razors and I couldn't get razors. And she said the words, I'm suicide. I was like, I just immediately just stepped back. I mean, I'm driving, but I immediately pulled my energy in and it's just like, I got to get somebody else to help her. Somebody's in that kind of field. As much as I want to, and much as I hope she's gonna stay. So there's still some residual where the behavior that's so familiar is there. This is what we're doing. This is what we do in the Empath channel. We practice, we learn, we bring it to the table, and we talk about how do we stay with ourselves? How do I stay centered and grounded in me? No matter what's going on in the world. You know, the eye of the storm. In a tornado, the eye is totally still while everything's swirling around, causing destruction. How do I stay in that? How do I stay at the lighthouse on the shore, shining my light, for those that are willing? And not running up and down trying to capture everybody with my light. I have such a visual of that. I have been feeling that get me out of the skin a couple days this week. I also realized it was timed with the days of the recent full moon. Yes. More layers this time. They want to be ripped off. And it's also, we're in the Lion's Gate, where the Syrian, the planet, the system of Syria is open. So yeah, there's lots of things shifting. I needed the lighthouse reminder. Yes, the lighthouse emits light. It doesn't try to run around capturing everybody, getting their attention. We stay in one place, we emit. And we become, do I have it? I have it. We become the tuning fork. So when you hit the tuning fork, it adjusts, it ripples out, and the environment adjusts to the frequency. You ever seen those videos where they hit the string on one guitar, the other guitar is going to match the frequency? When we become the tuning fork, the environment matches our frequency. Instead of us trying to turn the thermostat down or up to regulate the environment. That makes sense? I did that for a lot of years. I'm going to match. I'm going to lower it or raise it depending on what's going on. Usually lowering it. Scanning the room and then lowering my vibration to see where I fit. Today I get to be this. Or the thermostat, or whatever you want to, whatever works for you, whatever visual or metaphor works for you. Your body never lies. Your body will always tell you when you're at capacity. It'll tell you when you're filled up. It'll tell you when you're tired. It'll tell you when something's off. I've been wanting to get tuning forks for a while now. They're advertised a lot. So when you hit the tuning fork, you won't hear it because it's too loud on Zoom, won't pick it up. But if you take the tuning fork and you take that end and you can put it anywhere, you can put it here, here. If you got a pain, you can put it. And so tuning forks come with different frequencies. This one's a 528, which is love. And there's different frequencies for each chakra. I have one for each chakra. So you can, I've used them on my knees when my knees were really painful, and it helped to move the energy. They have some pretty good sales on them too. So if you see them, you can get a pretty good sale on them. So your body will always tell you. It's will you stop? Will you stop long enough to take a breath and to listen? And stop long enough. A little class on. Oh, you're very welcome. Very, very welcome. Yes. They're amazing. They really are amazing. I think everybody should have tuning forks. It's all about frequency. Our whole planet, our whole life, everything's about frequency. Everything. Every single thing is frequency. It's energy. All of it. So if you have something where you're off, you have some pain in your body, you know, it's all energy. And it can all be healed. Everything can be healed with energy and frequency. That's all been suppressed. We're not going to go there. I'll just leave it right there. Because I don't want to go that way. Let's stay on track here. That's why I have some notes so I can stay on track. Thank you for that, Gus. That's a whole other rabbit hole. So there's the will you take the time? And if you didn't do it in the moment, but you noticed something was off, do it the next time. And make sure that if you noticed it was off, you go smudge, you go cut the cords, you return their energy, whatever you need to do to take care of you. If you said yes and you realize, I really don't want to do that thing, cancel it. Stop forcing yourself to do things that are not aligned for you. I say it. There are things I have done. The other night, it was early in the week, actually. I was like, I don't want to go. I'm tired. I just want to stay home. Blah, blah. And we had made a commitment. And okay. So sometimes, even though my brain's like, I'm tired, I want to stay home, the soul's like, you really need to go. Because on the way, there was a fire, and I got to pray for the firefighters. And then I got there, and I was asked to sponsor someone. And had I not listened to the soul part and the commitment part, I would have not gone, sat on my ass at home, and then none of that would have been happening. So there's very discerning moments. Sometimes it's appropriate. Listen to your body. Because sometimes mine's like, I don't want to. I'm just tired. I want to sit here and do nothing. And the body's like, yeah, well, we really need to go do that thing. There's discernment in that. Learning to listen to that. And if you don't know how to do that, you have a pendulum. You can use a pendulum of your body. Here's a simple way. Put your fingers on your non-dominant hand. If you're lefty, do right. If you're right-handed dominant, do left. What's your yes? Try to put what's your yes. Cannot break it. What's your no? Comes right apart. Ask clear questions. Yes, no questions. I do not want to do that. That which I do not want to do. That's right. I have canceled some things that just weren't feeling aligned in the past month or so. Yes, good for you. Spiritually been circling my wagons again. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. That's a really simple way. This is a really simple way to do a muscle test. Nobody has to know you're doing it. Sometimes we'll say yes, and then later on we're like, it's not really feeling aligned now. In the moment, it might have been. So if that happens for you, maybe you ask, can I give you an answer tomorrow or in a couple days? Let me think about that. So you can actually take the time to feel into it. Because sometimes something sounds really amazing and really exciting. And we say yes. And then when we get out of the energy and the situation, we're like, oh no, I don't really want to do that thing. It sounded good in the moment, but I don't want to do that. So let it be okay to go back and cancel it. And then going forward, you just say, hey, can I answer you tomorrow? When do you need an answer by? I've asked people that. When do you need an answer by? If you need it right now, then it's no. If somebody's pressuring you for an answer, no, automatically. No thanks. Thanks for asking. You can always go back and say yes later. That's easier than going back and saying no later. Questions? Do you have any questions? Questions or comments? I'm going to pull a card from this deck. It just felt like a little pause right there. I'm like, oh, a little pause right here. Is there any questions? Oh, here they went, dropping some cards. Only 2 this time. Whew. Okay. Number 25. Freedom. Isn't that beautiful? I love the dragonflies. And then number 10. Soul Star Chakra. Merging with the divine. Not a dragonfly. It's a dragonfly. The Soul Star Chakra is right up here. Right above your head. You didn't know that. It's right above your head. And that's where we open to merge with Creator, Spirit, God, Divine, Universe, whatever you call it. This freedom. There is such freedom when we stop carrying the world and stop feeling like it's our job and our responsibility to regulate everyone in our environment around us. There's safety in that. We stop scanning the room, looking for who needs our help or where we don't want to go. I can't even, this whole last, I don't know, several months of really just stepping in to my own space, listening to my body, trusting the body, taking the action from that space. Game changer. And there's those micro moments where, what do? Someone said something or you spoke your truth, it didn't land well, now you want to fix it. Say something to take it back and you're leaning in. And then maybe you don't say anything, but your energy's out there. It's just flowing right out there, trying to regulate. Those are the moments. Those are the moments. When you channel, you set intention to open the soul star chakra. I don't actually think about it. That's probably what's happening, though. That's a great question. I will have to get back to you. I will have to sit with that. What a blessing to get a dragonfly today, and that it says freedom. Yes. So the more we stay present with ourself, the deeper our connection to ourself, the more freedom we have. Just letting that land. We are so conditioned and so programmed to nurture, fix, rescue, console, have compassion out of obligation, that we leak out all the time without even realizing it. It still happens. Last night it didn't happen. What I did was I sat with what it felt like. That energy of, oh my gosh, I want to just fix it, and I want to rescue her, and I want to save her, and I want to go sit with her and comfort her. And I didn't do any of that. I let myself feel. This is how you don't abandon it. You sit with it and you feel it. And it moves. Sit with the discomfort. Absolutely, because then we make better decisions about everything that eventually we don't have to call back and say, nah, I don't want to come. Exactly. And it can still change. Sometimes we'll sit with it and we'll go, we'll say whatever we say. And then when it might be a commitment down the road. And then when it actually comes, it could change. Soul star chakra, merging with the divine, transcendence, letting go, being filled with divine light, channeling, karmic records, the bridge between the spiritual and the physical realms, ascension. It's the bridge between. Yes. So that's the part of the letting go, the channeling that Mel mentioned. Channeling, yes. So I will definitely be more intentional about that. Let's see. I'm going to just read it for you. Remember that you are an infinite being with the ability to expand your awareness beyond space and time. Consider that paradigms outside this physical reality may be unfathomable until we raise our vibration and can think outside the mind. Meditate on the idea that everything that ever was and ever will be is happening simultaneously right now across multi-dimensions. Yes. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that was it. There's more that's there, but it doesn't apply. Anything else? Is there anything else? I'll go with this deck. Oh, I gotta read the second one. I'm in the phase of my life. Been helping others empathically all my life, and now I have been working on heavy boundaries, and many will never have a gray area. Amen, sister. How many of y'all had a conversation with someone the other day that said, I feel like I owe them? Oof, I remember that feeling. I remember having that feeling. Well, here's a different deck. And guess what the card is? Freedom. Can't make it up. Right? That's wild, yes. Light, money, expression, dance, fun, magic. Freedom. That's our theme today here, ladies and gentlemen. Freedom. light, money, expression, dance, fun, magic. It's important, and I've been hearing this consistently recently. It's important, so much freedom in the room and powerful women. Yes, yes, yes. It's important for us to move our body so we can move the energy. However that looks for you. If it's going walking, doing some yoga, running, whatever that is. Whatever works for you. But move the body. Sometimes I just go, I don't want to. And then my body's like, you need to get off your ass and go walk. Okay. And it gets louder. The more we trust it and listen to it, glasses are different. They're not saying that very well. The more we listen, the louder it sounds. I'm not sure, like, we always say that our intuition is real subtle and real quiet. The clearer we get, the louder it feels to me. But I think it's just clearer because I don't have a bunch of static blocking the way. Same thing when we're trusting our body. Like building the muscle. When we start working out, we're building the muscle of trusting our body. Your body will never lie to you. It's will you listen and take the action behind it. Yeah, so much freedom. Yep. Anything else, lovelies? Let's see. I get to move now. I hear you saying it. If I get an itch, I can't explain. Maybe that's what your body's telling you. It's time to move it. Move it. I'm getting the oof. I get off the couch now. Gotta get moving. Oh my gosh. Yes. My knees just, they have their days. Man, I've had lots and lots of injuries, so I just feel like it's clearing stuff, but dang. I often have to really push myself because I can't just use my knees alone. Oh, this is the deck. It's the Light Code Apothecary. And it's duality merge, surrender, dark into light. I've been hearing lately, yes, I know Steph's been doing yard work and just loving that movement for the body. Could become a job. Make that a job so you have enough of it to do. Duality merge, surrender, dark into light. So this all comes back to the this freedom. When we, what do we call it? The dark, the shadow, the shadow side, whatever we call that. And sometimes we don't want to look. All the shadow and all the dark are the things that we've disowned and the things that we become afraid of them, but they're just the parts of ourselves that we've disowned because we've been hurt or traumatized or whatever the story is. So we're shining a light in the dark. Shine a light in the dark and look. That's part of the not abandoning yourselves, or exiled parts, yes. That's a part of the not abandoning, when you just sit with yourself and sit with that feeling and don't take the action. Just be uncomfortable. The feeling doesn't stay forever. The energy doesn't stay forever. And when we're willing to sit and feel it, it actually moves pretty quickly. There's lots of meditations and things for meeting your shadow side, asking what the message is. What are you showing me? What are you teaching me? And that's how we merge. That's that duality that we merge. Because if we don't, we stunt ourselves and we stop growing, and we don't shine as brightly as we're meant to, because there's always something that is holding us back, and we are choosing it by not being willing. That was a lot. I'll leave you with this question. You can journal it, contemplate it. What are you aware of right now that you've accidentally turned into your responsibility? What are you aware of right now that you've accidentally, unconsciously turned into your responsibility? Right? It's one at a time. We're not trying to look at the whole forest. We're taking one micro step at a time. All right, if you're liking it, if you're new here, subscribe. I'm here every Saturday. I do my best to be here every Saturday, and I do put it on the page. So subscribe, turn on your notifications. If you're interested, my partners work in my relationship. Yes. If you're interested in being in this kind of a sacred space 24/7, email me, comment here. Email me at marty@empathicsuperpower.com. I'll have the empath channel. That's where we have Telegram. We have live coaching sessions together. And we're just in that space where we get to practice this ongoing all the time. If that's of interest to you, reach out to me. If not, I'll see you here next week. Either way, no burdens that are not mine to bear. That's right. No more burdens that are not mine to bear. That's right. That's right. It's uncomfortable. There are moments that I'll say something and my husband will have his reaction or his, and I get that that impulse, and that's the key, my key, right? So I take a deep breath and I just let it lay, let it land. It'll adjust. The energy will adjust and we'll carry on. And you know what happens? He starts doing it back with me. Just trying to jump in my pool when he says something that I'm having a reaction to. Lovelies, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. Thank you for the likes. Go subscribe. Turn on your notifications. Saturdays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time is, well, it's not Standard Time right now. It's Central Time. I do my best to keep it that time. So you'll see if it changes because I've been good about putting my notifications out there. So I will see you here next week. Have a fabulous weekend. Stay cool, stay hydrated. Remember, we're in this August Lionsgate energy. If you aren't familiar with that, look up the Lionsgate. It's just a really powerful time of creation and manifestation and shedding out of that July energy. I'm over here bouncing off the wall saying I'm having a reaction like Trigger. Maybe. Oh, like Tigger, not Trigger. Ooh, Freudian there, huh? Like Tigger. All right, well, go burn off some of that energy. And I'll see you all here next week. Namaste.